Welcome to Soph and Anne's Chit the Chat.
Chit the Chat. Hi.
I think I'm in a mood today. Normally I wouldn't do that, but
I like that. I like this mood. It's a silly, goofy mood.
I am. I'm kind of in a silly, goofy mood. I think like sometimes after teaching all day where you're like, okay, this is what we're doing next. I'm like, ah!
Because if you give them an inch, they just take the mile and they're like, oh, it's time to be crazy.
Yes,
huh?
for example.
Wait, tell them who we are. Tell them who we are, Ansley. Tell the ones to welcome into our fold who we are.
Me, Ansley, her, Sophie, two best friends since birth. You heard it right.
Bitches.
Conquering long distance, conquering life changes, conquering... I don't have a third one. Can you give me another one?
Separate identities.
Ooh, conquering time zones. I think that's a big one.
That's a big one. Okay, tell us about your crazy students.
So, yeah, today my 8th graders have been doing presentations. And today was our last ones, which I think everyone's kind of ready to be done. You know, we've been doing presentations for a while. It's like, okay, we're ready to be over this. And I was like, with my 4th hour class, who they're just like silly goofy, and I am more silly goofy with them. I was like, guys, we made it to the end of presentations. And then they were like, ah! And they completely lost it. And I was like, oh, that was totally my fault. So I couldn't really be like, hey, no screaming, because I did it first.
I'm a natural screamer.
So I just had to let it go. And I was like, well, oops.
You can't give those kids an inch. Not one little inch.
Not one little inch.
Not one little
inch. I don't think I've told you. Have I told you I've been writing poetry? Have I told you that? Okay. Wait,
guys,
no, this we're gonna...
What?
So, my 8th graders, speaking of, are doing a poetry unit. And this poetry unit I've been not excited to teach, to say the least. I generally in the past have not thought of myself as a poetry person. I'm like, I don't really like reading poetry. I definitely don't like writing poetry. But then I was like, wait, Ansley, how much have you really done it, you know? So I was like, I'm going to write my own poetry and do the process that I'm asking them to do. Like, I'm going to do that. So I've been doing that. Actually, one of them, I will read all of them to you, but one of them I think is going to make you cry. Maybe two. Maybe
That's
two.
How poetry usually goes.
I think, not that they're good, because they're not, but some of them are great.
That's so exciting. Like,
it is
yay.
So exciting.
And
so
guys, going to give us a poetry read.
I'm going to give you a poetry read. And Sophie pointed out, throwback, I've told this story on the podcast.
So you know.
One of my most embarrassing moments of laughing during a performance. So here is my poem I've written for my 8th graders to show them what a narrative could be like. And it's titled Performance Day. And there's couplets all over the place, and it's really fun. I love a couplet.
I'm excited.
Here we go. Performance Day. It's finally here. We've worked on this the entire year. Our small little choir sat all in a row. I hope our hard work will really show. Our name called, our time is here. I hear the audience clap and cheer. The pitch is given, the song begins. I just can't wait until it ends. We've made it through the first few measures. I feel the build of the impending pressure. We've rounded the final corner, end in sight. Giggle. Giggle, giggle, giggle. Horrified, the laughter I tried to fight, but fighting only makes it worse, and suddenly I'm ruining the final verse. The laughter leaps from my lips and loads, and Sarah Bryant is shifting into the same mode. My choir director, eyes popping out of his head, can't believe what he's hearing. He's turning red. The last note sounds, the song has ended, and I, for one, am feeling winded. As we leave the stage to take our seats, I feel my cheeks as red as beets. Ashamed, I look from side to side, seeing glimpses from others who can't believe their eyes, because Ansley Melton, the singing vet, has turned the whole performance into a wreck.
Ansley! And that's how it's done. You all didn't think you'd log on here and get a live poetry reading, did you?
Maybe I'll space them out. Maybe next time I'll read my other ones, even though they make us both cry. But like maybe I'll give us some poetry reads of the week.
Happy poetry, sad poetry. Oh, what a treat.
I'm honestly so proud.
You should be.
It's one of those things I'm like, I don't think this is one of my talents, but I so enjoy doing it that now I'm like, ooh, I really like this. It's so fun to try to think like, what's a word that rhymes with this word and how could I tie these together? Like, it's almost like this little puzzle in my brain. I really enjoy it.
Art, you do it because you enjoy it, not because you're good at it. And that is a reminder I tell myself often.
So true. Yeah, shout out.
Shout out.
You guys, sorry. You might be, the chitters may have to put up with my sad little poetry from time to time because I enjoy it. Even if I'm not good at it.
You're welcome for the poetry. Wow. No, I have something to say.
Okay,
I'd like to transition us, if you will allow, into book club. Because I am, I think, over halfway done with Wild Dark Shore. And I am enjoying. I am loving. Thank you, Luke Melton, for the rec. I will highly recommend. I think you would really like it.
Is it a fantasy book?
No, it's the one about the family in the islands.
Oh, yes, the island.
And someone may be murdered.
Sorry. I don't know why I can't remember what this book is about.
I have been reading a lot of fantasy, so yeah.
I think that's why in my head I was like, oh, it's fantasy. Okay.
It's a nice break from all the fantasy I've been reading. And yeah, I think honestly our mothers would actually like it too. I think it's just, I think Olivia would like it. I think it's just a nice, Luke said it way more, beautifully than I could, but just, a nice commentary on like grief and how that feels, or just like a family dynamic of like, you love these people so much, but you also can be hurt by these people and they don't understand you the way that you want to be understood. But then you get to see it from their perspective where like they're trying to understand you and they feel like you don't understand them, it's just like, and then on top of that is like how people deal with like sadness and loss in different ways. And
wow, I would definitely want to read that. Book club.
We should
shout that out. We should shout that out to Stelton Sisters Book Club.
Stelton Sisters Book Club.
At Ellen and Olivia, if you ever
You're
listen
welcome.
To this.
And then TBD, but I got another rec last night actually that I'm very excited about. It's called The Conditions of Will. And she said it's like she goes home to the South. I think she goes home to get a will read. And she goes home to the South, and it's like she has studied like psychology, so it's a lot of like psychology, sociology things, and I think it's like she is trying to like help her sister get diagnosed because she's like a sociopath. Yeah, TBD, we'll see. It's next on my list in my break from Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yeah, right. So sad. I have a big book club recommendation too that you already had to listen to on Marco Polo, but I must say it for the chitters.
Say it for the chitters.
I just finished a fantastic book called Beartown, and I have mentioned Frederick Backman on here before because
I think you've mentioned Beartown last episode.
Because I started it last time.
And you're already done?
I finished it. Fantastic. Let me tell you this. Once a week, I kind of have an Ansley treat myself day. On a Friday or Saturday night, I will watch a movie, and it's like a big treat to me because I do not watch television during the week.
What a treat.
Friday night rolls around, and I am loving this audiobook. It's an audiobook, by the way, the one that I did. I'm loving it so much.
Was it on Audible?
Yes. Because this is my break from Red Rising, because I finished number 4, and number 5 was 33 hours long, and I was like, okay, I need to pause. I need to pause for a second. I will come back to it, but I need to pause. So, Beartown was my pause, and I was enjoying it so much that instead of watching my movie, I listened to this audiobook for hours, and I did Sudokus while I listened to it because I can't just stare at the wall, right? So I was okay, what am I going to do while I listen to this audiobook? And I was like, I'm going to do my Sudoku. So I literally just sat there for hours listening to this audiobook because I was so captivated So
Ansley.
wonderful. I know.
Wow. Okay.
Really
and
love
that is a high... It's a high rec from Ansley
It
Melton.
is. Yeah, I love Frederick Backman. I just love the way he can say such profound things in such simple words, and the way that he ties together character and story and suspense all in one. It just, wow. Like, I just love his writing style. I really, really, really love it. Highly recommend.
It's a wow from Ansley Melton, y'all.
It's a wow.
I got a little Jonathan Fisher. He was a little upset, which LOL, we did it to you again. He said, "No singing. I started it and was singing your little song in my head and it never started. LOL. New year, new you. I get it."
Sorry, Jonathan.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. We told you.
Chat the chat.
Chat the chat. Welcome.
Chat the chat. There you go.
Listen to some women's
And that was for Jonathan.
talk.
So if you're upset that the singing came back, Jonathan's fault.
He brought it back. He brought it back. LOL.
Got it back.
Any other updates?
No, I think that's it for me. I have a stand on that relates to what I did this week, actually.
Perfection.
I don't think I've talked about it yet. Maybe I have. Now I think I'm going crazy. Wait.
Wait, what?
I'm going to say it, and then if I've already talked about it, then I think you should just cut this out.
Okay.
Okay. This weekend, on Saturday, I went hiking in Pristina with some of my friends, and then we went to this awesome place, my favorite place to eat in Pristina. It's called Soma Slow Foods. I love it. It's up in the park.
Soma Slow Foods.
Soma Slow Foods. It's up in the park. It's beautiful. You would love it. And we had brunch. Stand on, brunch is the best meal of the day. Reasons. Number one, you can have sweet and salty. That's the best thing about it. I love that. I love
What
that
more
so
do you
much that you
want?
can have like a pastry, but you could also have a quiche, but you could also have like
A
I don't
burger?
know, a burger, because it's brunch. Like there's
A
no
burger
rules.
for
There's no
brunch?
rules. You
You
have,
can
like,
drink?
you could have cheese and meat and bread, like a charcuterie thing for brunch. You could have a little drink for brunch. There's
A
no limit.
mimosa? It's
You could have a
completely
mimosa.
acceptable to drink at brunch.
Yes,
And
right,
that's
exactly.
lovely.
It's great. Another thing I love about brunch, there's not a specific time that brunch is, right? Brunch could be 10 a.m. Brunch could be 2 p.m. Brunch could be so many times of the
It
day.
should be whenever you feel it. Brunch is for the people. Brunch is
Brunch
for
is awesome.
when your heart feels it.
Yes, exactly.
When is it time to
Exactly.
eat? Go.
Another thing I love about brunch, because there's no time cap on it, it feels, especially in American Western culture, it feels a little more chill. Like we could just sit and hang out because
Are we on
brunch,
vacation
who
right
knows
now?
what time brunch is? Right, brunch is like a vacation thing. And I love that. I love it.
I will also stand with you on this. I am a big brunch fan, as you all could probably tell. I love a mimosa. I love
Yep.
a Bloody Mary. I love being like maybe a burger, but someone else is getting a waffle, and I will have a bite of that. I love getting to sleep. I love sleeping in.
Oh, also sleeping in. I didn't say that.
I love
part.
sleeping
Yeah,
in.
sleeping
Breakfast at 8? No.
I also love
I'm not a-
breakfast, but only if I'm like by myself. That's not something I want to like convene with people.
Yeah, like breakfast is at 8? No. Sorry, I'm sleeping. Like, I can't. Brunch, and you're right, brunch is such a leisurely thing. When I think of brunch, you're going on vacation. And so your
Yes.
family's all like,
Yes.
we'll meet for brunch at this cute
Right.
spot. Or
Yeah.
you're with the girls, it's a weekend, and she's like, do you want to get
Yeah.
brunch on Sunday?
Right.
And so, yes, I get to sleep, but then it's like I get a morning, I wake up, it's maybe 12, maybe 2, and I'm hungry. It's time
Yes.
to eat, and let us eat.
It's time to eat and let us eat. That's a good one.
Brunches, and it makes me think of like you're on the patio and you're just giggling with whoever
Yes.
you're with.
Yes.
There's bacon. It's a good
Oh,
time.
I
If-
miss bacon. I miss bacon so
I'm
much.
sorry, what?
We don't
Do
have
they
bacon
not-
here
Why?
because there's no pork.
No pigs?
Nope.
Why?
Because it's a Muslim country. They don't do pork.
Wait, are they singing?
Yeah. Can you hear them?
I can
Call
hear
the
it. I don't know if
prayer.
they'll be able to hear it.
Call the
Wow.
prayer. Shout out
Can you hear it?
Ramadan.
Hey. I would be so hungry, and I mean,
Yeah.
obviously they are, but I would be just like a demon the whole day. Like, can you imagine you're a teenager?
Wait. We need to preface this. They don't know what you're talking about. They think you're talking about the pork. The kids right now, it's
No, we're talking about Ramadan.
Right. I feel like, but some people aren't going to know what that is. So, in case you don't know what Ramadan is, it's a really important time for the Muslim community. And if you are like a person essentially who's like, I'm trying to think. Like, basically, once you've gone through puberty, you start doing fasting during the season of Ramadan, which is like 30 days. And so all of my students who are 6th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 11th grade, they are, most of them, not all of them, most of them are fasting. So they have to fast from sunrise to sundown. No food, no water. Nothing.
No water?
Nope.
Dude, has anyone ever passed out? Like...
Yes. 100% yes.
Can you imagine?
So basically...
The phase of your life, you are the most hormonal you've ever been or will ever be, besides maybe menopause. You're the most, like, hungry that you've ever been in your life. You need the most nutrients that you'll ever need. And they said no for 30 days. That's...
Yep. So also teaching them, they're tired, they're hangry, they're grumpy. I would be too. So it's always like a bit of a trial. This 30-day period is a bit intense most of the time.
30 days is a long time.
Right? So the kids, this is also crazy because it also disrupts their sleep, because what happens is iftar is when they like break their fast at sundown with their family members or friends or whatever. So they all like feast at night. But then their parents wake them up before the first call to prayer, which is at right now like 5 a.m. So they wake them up at like 4:30 so that they can eat and drink a bunch of water before the call to prayer goes off. So then they're hangry and they're grumpy and they're super tired because their parents have like woken them up so that they can eat and drink before iftar, which is at like 5 p.m. So it's like a 12-hour period. It's crazy.
That's a no. That's a no for me.
Anyway, back to brunch. Bacon, yes. All of that to say I miss bacon. Bacon is a large part of brunch.
We need to circle back to that. I'm just confused. Did pigs just never make it over the mountains? Like, are they just
Sorry. No, I'm sure they have pigs somewhere. They just don't eat pork. Because that's like a no-no for Muslims.
But... everyone? Like, no one eats it there? Even if you're not?
Well, sure, but they just don't really sell it since the general population is... Like, you can find... Like, there's a specific store here called Conad, which is Italian. And you can find bacon there, but it's not like we would think of as bacon. Like, it's not like good bacon. Like, really good American bacon, you know?
Ugh. The things we take for granted.
I know. Like sausage, no sausage.
No
pork sausage. No pork sausage, no kielbasa, no pork chops, no pork loins. None of the above.
We almost every morning or day or whatever for breakfast eat bacon or sausage. Tonight we're eating pork chops.
I'm so jealous. My mouth is watering right now. I'm like,
Man.
I miss pork so much.
Man.
Whenever I'm in the United States, I kid you not, I eat pork every day. Every single day I eat it. At Christmas break, when I was there for like 2.5 weeks, ate it every single day.
More bacon and more bacon and more bacon.
No, really though. That is no joke. I eat bacon like every day. I love bacon so much.
Bro, as a kid... I don't know if this is like just I don't know if this is a regular childhood experience or if this is just an us childhood experience. I think it was us because the way our mom made bacon was she would make it in a huge batch or something. Yes. I don't know. You gotta get the deals as a mom, you know, and whatever she was doing was the deal. And so she would get a bunch of bacon, cook it all at once, and then freeze it to use in like soups or whatever.
Yep.
But that meant hardly ever we would get, like, bacon for breakfast. Mm-hmm. And when she did make it, it was like, okay, each of you only get, like, 2 pieces.
2 pieces.
Not enough! So we had to run in there when it was cooking and steal little pieces, but it was the fine dance of where there were a couple times where she found out we ate too much and then the pile was too low.
Yep.
And she was very mad.
You know what I think it is? I think bacon is just a more expensive meat, but the flavor is so good. So you try to stretch it out by throwing it in stuff for flavor, but you can't just have kids eating 10 pieces of bacon.
Why not?
Because I remember whenever we had to have bacon, it was like 2 pieces. Everyone could have 2 pieces. And that was like the rule, you know? So now, when I go to get bacon, you know how many pieces I get?
Give me 7.
2? No, I get 2 because it's like drilled in my head. I'm like, 2 pieces of bacon to start.
Oh, I give myself 4. I treat myself. You know what I mean? I'm like,
actually,
double
wait,
that.
I wish that we had gotten Luke to tell this story on the podcast. I will never forget this day in my childhood where we were having breakfast for dinner. Breakfast for dinner was a huge thing in my house.
That's the shit.
Loved. Breakfast for dinner, I don't know why, but if we were having breakfast for dinner, everyone would lose their freaking mind.
Same.
Everyone was like, ah! Like,
and
it was
it
like
is just
Christmas.
It speaks to the genius propaganda of like middle class American families of like we're kind of poor and we maybe can't like figure out a good meal that's healthy and affordable. Breakfast for dinner. It's so fun. Guys, aren't you excited?
It feels so special. It feels
and
so
it was. It was like, oh my god, pancakes.
Yeah, right.
Pancakes.
For dinner! Yeah, seriously.
Lose my mind.
And I literally brought this up with Mom, and Mom said that. She's like, oh yeah, it was one of those like meals where it was cheap, it was easy, it was like fast, and so I would like throw it in there on a special occasion. I was like, because she would also like space it out enough that it felt special. Like, we didn't have breakfast for dinner every week.
Well, I think we had it every week, LOL.
Really? No.
Yeah, but it was still like, tonight's breakfast for dinner night?
Yeah, maybe we did. Honestly, I don't remember. Maybe I'm just thinking that in my head because it felt so special. Maybe in my brain, I'm like,
it's a holiday.
Anyway. So I will never forget. This is so crazy. One time my family's having, we did have bacon at this breakfast for dinner. So obviously, like, score wins. So we have like eggs, bacon, biscuits, whatever, we have it. So everyone had gotten 2 pieces because Mom, as you just said, was saving the rest of the bacon to like put in the freezer, cut up for soup, cut up for other meals, whatever. So Luke takes another piece of bacon and literally puts it to his mouth as Mom's like, no, Luke. And Luke literally takes this. He takes this strip of bacon and he goes, and licks it all the way down. But it was like simultaneous. Like it was the exact same time that Mom said. And Luke was like, he gets like halfway down. He's like, and you know, Luke, he's like, I'm sorry. You know, so Luke's like so apologetic. And Mom's like, it's okay, Luke, we're not having 3 pieces of bacon. So then, of course, me and Bridger and Case are ticked because we're like, why did we give 3 pieces of bacon?
Right.
So Case, this is one of my favorite moments ever actually in the Melton household. I think it was so funny. I don't remember, Melton people, Luke and Bridger fact check me on this. I can't remember if it was the same day or if it was like the next week when we were having breakfast for dinner again. C-Mel, what I call Case Melton, tries to pull the same stunt. However, Case is too late on the draw. So Case picks it up. Mom says, Case, we're only having 2 pieces. And then Case licks the bacon.
Case! Good try!
Case got in trouble. And it was funny. And Luke was like, ugh! It was so funny. So I don't remember if it was the same day or different day, but I remember all of us were like, Case.
Gotta be faster, my guy. Come on.
Gotta be faster, right? So funny. And there's my stand on brunch.
And that's the vibes. Okay, then. Well, in the spirit of love, the love month. Oh, and we just know
like
that
I did that for all my generations. I did.
You said I can never do that one. That's like the best I can do. Yeah.
I think this one is actually the one that I do most.
That one needs to be canceled, and I think it is. So yeah, we can be done doing that. No, that one's not done anymore. I'm trying to help you on the trends, and no one likes it, and no one wants to take their hands and goes, yeah, I see everyone doing that. I personally am a big fan of that one. I only want that one to be done. It's very easy. Hello, very easy. Done. Anyway, so the hearts. So I've been wanting to talk about this one for a minute. I've been prepping it. I don't even know how to introduce it.
Do you want me to ask you the question since you're the one who's going to be talking for this?
You're not going to be talking?
Well, I'll throw in stuff, I guess, but talk about a difference of expertise. There's a difference in expertise in this field.
That's what I know, actually.
Yes.
I do not know. Okay.
Yes. All right.
Guys, we're talking about flirting. The best, most versed in relationship girls you know. They're just so good at love and relationships. They're going to teach you how to do it. So how does one flirt? Let us take you on that journey. I think the best approach ever is just to grab them directly by the shoulders, look them in the eye, and be like, what's good, motherfucker? That always works for me. I don't know what other tips you want. That was a good one.
Sorry. Have you actually done this?
I did that once.
Please tell me once. No!
It was in the club.
Did?
It was in the club, and we were dancing.
I was like, you definitely just pulled that out of your hat. You've never done it. I can't believe you've actually done that. That's crazy.
It was the time and the place. And that leads me to my second lesson. Just use the time and the place. You just go up to someone in the coffee shop. Eye contact is always going to be your friend. Am I right?
True.
Look them in the eye and just say a line that doesn't even make sense. But looking them in the eye, communicating that you're into them will work. So, exhibit A, as I said, what's up, right? Or you can be a little more forward. Look them in the eye and be like, you? Me? Chemistry. I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it? Done. You're done.
For our chitters, that is the line I was first thinking of, is because back in the olden golden days of Core 4. Olden golden. I think I'm going to start calling it that, the olden golden days of Core 4. When we were all together living our lives simultaneously, Sophie used to tell us that frequently. One of our good friends was always like, I like this boy and I don't know what to do. And Sophie's like, it's easy. You walk up to him and you say, hey, you make chemistry, baby. So good.
In all realness, though, flirting is just such a weird, human. It feels so human. You know what I mean? Of what's going on? I don't know how to do this. What's happening?
True.
No one knows how to do it. There's not a way. It's all about that unspoken communication that most people, let's be honest, aren't really gonna. And all that to say, I feel like I am not. That's what I was trying to say, is I am not good at that. I
so disagree.
I don't really do that unspoken communication. I think how I was successful is I was just very forward, if you will. I was just what's good?
But it still works. You know? That's what I'm saying.
To my point, I would say that's not flirting. That's just being weird, and you find other weirdos that pick up on that frequency.
I don't know, man. I feel like that is its own form of flirting.
It's peacocking.
You come in strong and a little crazy, and everyone's just like, ooh, mysterious, exotic, you know?
I think, and this is another point I'll say, I think to do it successfully, I love how most of the people also that will be listening to this podcast don't care about this, are not interested. all our married couples, our old parents are like, yeah, let me learn how to flirt. Well, let me teach you, Dad, okay? I think a lot of it is we're pandering to our younger audience, okay? A lot of it is a fear of rejection, right? It's just what life is, of like, hey, none of us want to look stupid. None of us want to be embarrassed or feel like we're, weird. And with flirting, there's a high potential rate for that, right? So I feel like that's why it's such a, like, I don't know how to do it, or, like, I don't want to do it. I think we all inherently, like, biology, we know how to do it. We know how to, like, come on to someone. It's just so awkward. We're scared. So we tell ourselves, like, oh my God, I can't. You can. But all that to say, you can go a different route, and you can just say, rejection is a fact of life. It's going to happen. And if they're not on my frequency, then they're not on my frequency, baby. And so you can just be super forward about it. And that takes care of it all. If you don't want to go the exact Sophie way, you can be a little more soft with it. It's such as, like, is it dorky? Yes. Does it work? Yes. A wink. Give them a wink. I'm not even kidding how
wink.
Often a wink used to work for me. Like, it's the same, it's the same dorky level of, like, what's up? But it's, like, less, like, if you're not that type of goofy person.
I love that tone of voice. What's up?
What's up? You have to immediately vibe check. If that's what you're into, it's like, are you gonna meet me here at this moment? Or you can be, Anyway, so just look at them, make some eye contact. That's what I will say. I'll hone that in. Eye contact is really the key.
I agree. I so agree with that, actually, because I think eye contact does multiple things. Number one, if someone walks up to you, and even if you're not interested in them, right? Like, let's say it's like, I don't know, a woman in their 50s and, like, a girl who's 23. If you will make eye contact with someone very deliberately, and you, like, don't do, even when you're thinking, like, do a little eye up here, if you are, like, super with it and you just talk to them straight at their face the whole time, number one, you're like, oh my gosh, that person is so confident. Like, eye contact, straight up eye contact, where you make them a little uncomfortable, you come off as, like, the one in charge of the situation. It's a connection made. It is. It's a connection made, and it's also kind of this, like, hi, I am confident. I know who I am. I know what I'm doing.
My eyes are open and up.
Right. Number two, it also, like, I think eyes are always going to be, like, the best characteristic about a person. Like, their best physical attribute, I think, are pretty much always going to be their eyes, because there's something about life in someone's eyes, or lack thereof, that says something about a person, you know?
True that. If you're not ready to receive my wink because you're dead inside, is it meant to be?
You know what's so funny? I am such a winker, like, all the time, even with my students. Like, not to be, that came off weird since we're talking about flirting, but like, I love a wink. I love a good wink when, like, a student's like, hey, miss, I got you some. Hey, thanks so much. And I can just give them a little wink, because it's just like a little, just a little. I'm a winker too. But also there's a difference between, like, a hey, sounds good, buddy, and then there's, like, a hey, see ya.
Yeah, I see you over there looking at me. Wink. Yes.
Wink. Yeah, right.
And then the breakage of eye contact on purpose is a beautiful thing. Let me teach you, all you 15-year-olds listening in. We make eye contact across the cafe. Oh, very nice, very nice. I'm going to demurely look down. Think about something about how beautiful I am. Look back up. You're still looking? Wink. What else more do you need to do?
Hey, that was good.
Because
that was
it's
very nicely executed.
That's the key. The key is the reestablishment of eye contact. Right there, you said so many things of, like, number one, I noticed you. We are keeping noticing. Number two, I'm over here, and you're like, at first you're like, huh, okay. But then the reestablishment is like, I was over here thinking about you, and I thought about you so hard, I needed to come back and think about you with my eyes again.
And then give you a...
And then you seal it! And then you seal that in with the wink.
Seal it with the wink.
Seal it in! Tell us.
That's good. That's a good little execution. Someone please try that out this week. Let us know how it goes.
It's easy. And you know what? It's very, once again, we'll always go back to like, it's hard and I don't want to be embarrassed. That's the easiest thing of like, oh, what are they going to do? Not look at you anymore in the cafe?
Not come over and talk to you? Right.
Do it as you're ready to leave. If you're like, I'm kind of done at this coffee shop and I've been staring at that boy this whole time. Time to wink. And then when he doesn't reciprocate, you go, well, I want to die, but now I'll leave. And actually, he wasn't on my wave frequency, so I'll be fine. On to the next one.
Right. Yep, so true.
True. The next one. Ansley, give us a tip. Tell us how you would go about it.
One. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, talk about some. I am very like, I don't know. I'm just kind of a matter of fact sort of person, I think. And so for me, if the wavelength's there, it's there. If we're hitting it off, we're hitting it off. And if we're not, we're not. And I'm just kind of like,
But you're a chatter. You establish the chat.
I am. I'm a
She opens the chat.
I'm very chattery with everybody for the most part, though. So I think maybe some people I try a little harder, but I wouldn't say it's like, I don't know. Honestly, I can't really think of a time where I'm like, someone probably knew that what I don't know, because I feel like I just don't act super
She keeps those cards close to her chest.
I don't know. You know what I was going to say, though, is I do think flirting, too, I think it's quite dependent on your personality. Like, there's some girls who are quite quiet, right? So they can play this, like, mysterious, maybe a little hard to get type of person. I am not that person. I'm not mysterious, as I'm sure you know. Things read on my face, and I'm just like, like, I'm just very cutesy vibes. So for me, I am just gonna be like up in their grill, probably just kind of like chatting, and my eyes are sparkling, and I'm just like, ooh, you know. And I'm gonna use a lot of eye contact. I'm gonna use a lot of eye contact.
Are we using any physical touch?
No.
Are you an arm grabber? Are you a patter? Are you an arm stroker? Because I'll tell you, wild card, I'm not. I will never be. I'm not a. Oh hi. No.
I would say no for the most part. I think maybe this is just with my friends, though. I feel like recently, in the past year or two, maybe because my friends here are very much like this, if they're like, want to tell me something, they'll grab my arm. They're like, oh my gosh, guess what? And they like grab my arm. Or if like something's funny, then they like grab me or something, and they're laughing like, and they grab me. So I don't think so, though. I think I'm actually like very, very like anti like nervous about it. If it's, I don't know. I don't think
it's a weird thing, and maybe then this is like a Western culture thing, or maybe it's just an us thing.
An us thing.
I just feel like you would see those movies where she like reaches out, she goes,
no way.
and you zoom in on her hand. Never in my life have I been like, this is an organic moment where I can naturally touch your arm. Like, no one touches your arm. Like, no one goes like, oh my gosh. Like,
no,
I feel like that's not a real thing that people do. It's
definitely not. Definitely not. No, I would say I'm definitely not. I think, my biggest thing is probably, I wouldn't call this a flirting tactic. I just really love to ask questions, as we've established in the way I make new friends. I kind of use the same tactic. I like to try to make little jokes, I think, but most of the time they're not funny. So
she's funny. We know she is.
I'm like trying to think. The other problem though is I get nervous because I can be witty, but then I'm like, what if I won't be witty like the next thing that they say? And so I'm like, I need to run away really fast so that I stay.
I've also made the mistake of, if I happen to like be actually nervous of like, oh shoot, this person's really attractive, I get kind of bro-y. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Me too.
What is that, you guys? Why do we do that? It's like, oh, I'm attracted to this person. Let me, like, make sure that I look like a man to them. And I'm like, sup, bro? And I try to be... What is that? I've done that before.
I have 100% done that.
I feel myself doing it. And I'm like...
Football? I'm like...
And I call them, and then when I see them, I'm like, sup, dude? And I'm like, stop. And then I can't. Yeah, that's been a hole I've gone down. That's not a good one.
Yep. No, that's so true. That's so true. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like, I feel like I have to connect with them on a bro level. I'm like, that is so not true.
Abort. Immediately abort.
Abort is right. Yeah.
How do you recover from that? I don't even know.
I don't think you do. I think it's just ruined. It's just
I got
ruined.
it. You, in the... As you're saying them goodbye, give them the dap up. Yeah, bro, that was great. And then wink at them. So they're gonna be super confused, and it'll be fun. They're like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, that would be hilarious. Someone please try that for us this week.
Let us know how that goes.
Oh, that's so funny.
Flirting tips with Soph and Ans. Here's one. Gosh. I think this is a foolproof one. Sorry for all those who don't consume alcohol or go to the bars. But if that's your jam, and you're out there looking for love in the wild, a foolproof method, I really think, like understated, buy them a drink. But you buy it from across the bar. Especially men. Because I feel like sometimes men are like, how do I approach women? I don't want to be scary and intimidating. You are, so it's okay. So all you need to do is buy her a drink, okay? Here's what she's gonna do. She's gonna be like, cheers, babe, give you a wink, and then maybe you go like, and like if she invites you over.
Very strong. Wink is
or she'll do something. Wink. She'll be like, thank you, and then she'll be like, is this your drink? Like, she'll start talking to you. You're in.
Right.
If you buy her the drink and she literally just goes, thank you, and does not look at you again, do not go over there. She doesn't want to talk to you. Cut your losses. Next one. Don't do it. Okay?
Yep.
But on that note, it's the easiest way. You immediately know. You're like, oh, she's into me, or, oh, I need to move on. And you don't have to do that whole, like, 20-minute conversation thing. I don't know. To me, that's worth, like, my $10 or whatever I spent on the drink to just immediately know and be like, I don't need to waste my time.
Right.
Are they on my frequency? And it's 2026, baby. Works for girls, too. You could immediately know. That. It works with so much higher frequency, let me tell you. Of like, if you buy that man a shot, he is almost always going to be yours. He is like, hell yeah. But then again, sometimes he's like, actually, my girl's in the bathroom. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but then you immediately know. And there you go.
Games.
You're welcome.
No guessing
You're
games
welcome.
To be had. No guessing games to be had.
If you're not in the bar setting, and you're somewhere like the movies, church, a parking lot, just run into them. Just body check them. I'm not kidding, Ansley. Just body check them with your shoulder and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I didn't see you there. Conversation started.
Boom.
And end it with a wink.
Organic. Always, I think that's what we're coming away with. Always
eye contact and throw in the wink.
Yep, always throw in a wink. Yep. Here's a question that I think kind of from the reverse end. How do you like to be flirted with?
Ooh. Yes.
A wink.
Oh, I love a wink. But we gotta stop that. But it's true. If someone winks at me, I'm like, you're in. Approach immediately. This is along the same lines of what you said of like it's such a hard, which is why I'm such a fan of like very overt tactics, but it because it's such a hard dance of like, wait, are they flirting with me? Are they just, there's always the question of like, are they just being nice? Like,
Right.
are they just being like a nice human? But, and this is, yeah, to that point, but if they're just funny, I'm immediately like, oh my God, we're having a great time. We're on a date, basically. They're making me laugh.
True.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's for men, I feel like it's, I don't know. How do men flirt? I feel like,
So he's like, I need to rethink all this. Like,
wait a minute. Because, yeah, I feel like there's still, like, certain gender roles we follow where it's usually the burden of the man to ask you out. Because usually women, they can, like, flirt more because they're, like, trying to convey, like, yes, ask me out. So I feel like men are usually just responding maybe to the flirting or, like, just being like, hey, can I get your number? You know?
True.
I don't know. Let us know. What about you?
I was about to say, maybe we need to do some investigation.
Don't touch me, that's for sure. Don't grab my arm. That's gonna be a no. Don't be like, oh, look at that. No.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think definitely, like, laughter. I think laughter will just boom connect some people. Like, if someone's just kind of like, even if it is a little bit like, dorky, weird, like we talked about with the wink or whatever, I don't care. Like, if it's funny, it's funny, and I love a good laugh, ha 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 moment. So
ha ha ha.
Yeah, like, I agree with you. I think if there's some chemistry of, like, humor style, instantly I'm like, wow, I'm having a wonderful time, you know? I think that's a big one.
Yes. I just
also, yeah, I don't think it bothers me very much when people are pretty forward, because especially, talk about fear of rejection, I think especially in today's day and age, people aren't very forward a lot of the time because they're so scared of being rejected, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I just don't like that.
Yes. To that point, especially like in college, which it's just an upgraded high school, so you're still learning. I get it. We're all young. But it was almost, I would like be like, okay, and I'm like not about it anymore. If it was like you could tell either they're just so scared they don't want to make the move, they're so scared that they'll be rejected, it was almost like, okay, piss or get off the pot. Come on.
Yep, right.
You're just gonna you'll get rejected. Boo-hoo.
You'll get rejected.
It's a good prep, brother, because
I was what to say.
Unless you're a little Nepo baby, you're gonna get a lot of rejection in the workforce, okay? True. Alrighty? And you just wait until you have those kids and they just, spit in your face. That's rejection. They'll hate you for a while. So just start it early and you'll get better at it.
Early. Yep. Just get it over with, So yeah, I actually always said, I was like, I feel like if someone just straight up asks you on a date, I'm always like, man, mad respect. Like, I think I'd almost just go out of principle, because I'm like, hey, well done. Speaking, like, not over a text, like actually in person or something, like very eye contact, I'm just like, man, we need to reward that good behavior. That is a good thing to be able to do as a person. So.
Agreed. Yeah. Agreed.
And
girls, once again, it's 2026. You can do it too.
You can do it too.
You can do it so much easier. You're not scary. You're just a girl. You can just go up and be like, hi, here's my number. Done. You're done. You don't even need to flirt. No lessons.
That. Just say, here's my number. Bye.
And that's on relationship advice from the experts.
I hope we get some really good little comments in here. I'm very excited. How about this? You know what I would love to know? I would love to know, since we do have many like married couples who listen to this, I would love to know what did your flirting with your now spouse look like before you were dating?
Tell us.
Like, I would be so curious to know that, actually. Please.
Or do you remember something? Yeah, do you remember the moment or the action or something where you were like, who is that?
Yeah,
or like, they're into me. Or like, what's going on?
Yeah, ooh, yeah. I like that.
Let us know.
This is...
Hey, that's another one. Just go up. The music's flashing.
Poster. I think our new photo on Sophia should be us going at the same time.
In a weird way, I miss that era of my life of just unhinged. Like, the lights are flashing, we're in the club, the music's pounding, you just go up to that man and you go. Like, it's easy, guys. It's easy. Just...
Too good, man. Too freaking good. So yeah, please, married couples, I'm really curious about this now, actually. So please let us know.
Please let us know. Thank you. Do you have anything else to say?
I don't think so. I think that's all for me. Wink.
Wink?
I'm just gonna throw in winks now in this podcast.
Right. And with that, Soph and Anne's out.